welcome or welcome back to my channel. I do hope y'all keep it cool, kind, and classy tonight. And we're going to be doing a tarot reading. We're going to be doing a tarot reading per usual. And this is about the death of your new beginning. This is like the death of the end. This is the death of the end of whatever you have gone through up to this point, whatever made you feel less than yourself. And this is essentially the death of all of that space, the limbo, the pain, the new beginnings, the trying, the working, the this, the that, the introspection. This is all about a clearing of everything that you have been taught about yourself. And it is falling into everything that you know you are. Everything that you know you are. So this is directly a death of who you were taught that you were. And this is a falling out of that into everything that you know you are. Everything that you know you are. And because of this, you are leaving behind the old version of yourself that you had associated with the best that you could do. Oh, and that was the issue, because you were so busy associating this version of yourself with you that you were not, you were not reaping any of the rewards. You were not reaping any of the rewards that you knew you were capable of carrying. And I feel that this was not only a conscious decision, but I feel like this kind of relates back to who you associated yourself as to begin with. Because you were, it's just this energy of being so busy associating yourself with who you were told you were, who you mistook yourself for, who you were carrying the story of. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, the version of yourself that you thought you were never even existed. Never even existed. Now, this is a version of your old self that, that never actually truly had a relating frequency to everything that is for you, therefore leaving you in the dark. Therefore, trumping your blessings. Therefore, leaving you within yourself to applaud yourself. I feel like this is a collective that has consistently fallen into themselves to understand within themselves what they were doing wrong and how they could fix that and then apply it to their future in a sense that would create more balance. But all this was doing in the long run was prolonging an injustice of you not receiving what was meant for you, and what was meant for you was the world. So I'm feeling the need to say this specifically, trigger warning, but the way that you perceived the world was distorted. The way that you perceived the world was simply perceived through a consciousness of lack that you were taught. So it was like you were going on this journey and you were saying, I would really love to receive something beautiful, but if I don't, that's okay too. And it was like this false logic. It was, it was like, and you were trying to fall out of it over and over and over and over. Oh my gosh, this is deep. And you were inevitably falling right back in to working yourself to death, to become to stay where you were. You were working yourself to death to stay within the story that you were telling yourself correlated to your frequency, because you are consistently falling into this idea of I am this is me, and to excel past that doesn't really track. It doesn't conceptualize. It doesn't make any sense to me. So to go past that is to be a version of myself that I have not met yet, a version of myself that I have not received yet, a version of myself that I have not fallen into yet. And this is directly the reason why you may be experiencing financial issues. You may be experiencing financial loss. But the beautiful part is that you have been sitting within yourself. You have been pursuing yourself. You have been showing up for yourself. And because of this, you have remained intuitive to exactly everything that you want to work towards. But the only thing that was in your way was the perception of everything that you were. And this is directly stemming from the heartbreak that you have experienced through domestic situations in the past that have stripped you of the magic that you are capable of running away with. And this is the issue. This is why this heartbreak was prolonged. This is why this lack consciousness was directly projected onto you. Because people, wow, this is like serious vampire. This is serious energy vampire energy. So these are essentially people that were continuously trying to convince you to stay around because they wanted to make you, it's misery loves company, that's what I'm hearing. Simple as that. They wanted to make you perceive yourself as themselves so that you would duck into a dimension where they could not only siphon your balance, but come into union with everything that was meant for you. And within that, not only siphoning, but negating and depriving. That's the word I'm looking for. Depriving you of everything that you're waiting for. So while you're showing up for these people, or maybe you're not, well, you're either showing up for these people and giving them everything that you have, or you're not, and it is depriving you of human connection, and they know this. I'm getting two opposing energies here. So they're sitting there with their cup, and they're like, I'm so great. But the difference is that they're literally, I feel like this is what it is. They're literally holding you. They're holding you inside their cup. They're holding the idea of exactly who you are inside of their distorted perspective of what the world should be. Wow, this is a full deck reading, y'all. And that's falling out. And literally, the contortionist, if you will, is falling out of itself. And the issue with that not correlating to you, the issue with the perspective of that conformist, of that contortionist that is bending to everybody's needs, is that they are finally feeling what they took away from you. They are finally feeling and fully having to sit with what it is like to be smack dab. I never say smack dab, but maybe you have like a relative that used to say that. Maybe you have an ex that used to say that. A grandma. Smack dab right in the middle of what it feels like to have to give away yourself to reciprocate others in their life. And within this, losing themselves in the process of building a stable ground to try to grip onto their sanity with. And that is the full deck. Wow. So, I'm really drawn to this Magician card right now. And I think that what it's really saying to me, and we got this, okay, we got a few cards coming out. I'm just gonna skim through them, right? So I first saw the Six of Cups, right? So you got the Six of Cups and you're insisting, I'm going to sit with my inner child regardless of how out of balance the world feels, regardless of how I judge myself. I always know that within myself, at the end of the day, I am going to insist the strength upon myself that I need in order to get through this with myself and hold everything that I'm capable of. And within holding everything that you're capable of, it's not like this, like you don't feel the need to accentuate this externally. This is truly something that you can just sit in yourself with and become. And that is the most beautiful part about this reading, because you don't feel the need to fall out, y'all. Unpaid actor in the building. You don't feel the need to fall out of everything that you are within yourself just because you have people in your life who want to take this away from you. This is like that background energy right now. And I've been getting that lately. So you got people in your life that want you to come in and do everything for them that they just don't feel like doing. It's not that they can't. It's not that they can't. Excuse me, a confirmation burp. And it's like within this, the people in your life, the people in your life that want you to come in and do everything for them literally need you to do that in order to feel good about themselves. So because you are taking your power back and insisting it, you are taking yourself out of their equation. And they are simply going back and forth between, I really need somebody, but the person that was in my life is no longer filling my cup. I really need somebody, but the person in my... So it's like, you are driving people insane. This is not the first time I have said this within the last 2 weeks. Like, you are truly... Yeah, I'm just getting beautiful cards. Like, you are truly coming into your power to a point of it... What's the word? Not only alchemizing or insisting, but truly illuminating. It is, yes, you are a force of your own nature. That is the thing. You are an insistent force of your own nature. And because of this, you are radiating, you are illuminating, you are insisting, you are becoming, you are it. You are light. You are love. And people are finally stepping back and seeing this. And because of this, they are having no choice but to understand that everything that they put you through and made you feel not only made you stronger, but it made you look back and see exactly who they are. It made you look at yourself and see what they put you through. And because of this, yeah, I'm looking at the tower. They had to sit with the fact that they are not you. They have to let your energy that they have been leeching off of, they legitimately took a fraction of who you are and consistently leached off of that energy. So they are having to sit with the fact that it is essentially beating a dead horse, because they are trying to siphon something from energy that is no longer associated with who you truly are. And who you truly are is, and I'm seeing the Ace of Cups as well, who you truly are is somebody that is so divinely invested into self that you couldn't possibly revert back into the old version of yourself. And I do feel that this is a possibility of collective sphere. I feel that for collective, we keep ourselves withheld to a sense because we think, okay, well, I may not be strong enough yet to insist myself. I may not be strong enough yet to say no when people come back into my life and insist my energy, because they literally ran out of your energy. So I'm looking at the Death card, and I'm looking at all of these cards that have directly compromised, I'm hearing? Compromised you. They are, they are like the full language, if you will. They are the full expression. They are the full expression of who you are becoming. And you are allowing everything that is your past to die. And with this, it is a direct face-to-face judgment of everything that people have tried to project on you. This is literally the energy of the people that wouldn't let you in. And if they let you in, they would hold it against you. So they are now having to see that more than ever, because you are now more than ever insisting this energy. And I feel the need to, You are finally sitting with this triforce of everything that was, everything that could be, and everything that is. And because of this, you are finally sitting with the possibility of everything you can become. And this is literally what was in Collective's way. You were thinking, I was this, I could be that. You were not thinking, I am this. There was no I am currently in the present doing this. There was only I could be, I may be. I could be, I may be. I was, I may be. I could. And then you're just going back and forth between this possibility of heartbreak and being the energy that was projected onto you. Literally, you were never consisting yourself of the possibility of the death to who you were taught you were. This is so beautiful. You truly are coming into alignment with everything that is genuinely coming into you. And this tower moment is a direct symbolism. This tower moment is direct symbolism of the judgment of who you thought you were, which is literally everything that other people have projected onto you, and saying, you know what, people truly just made me feel like something I wasn't. And because of this, this is my time to come out of my shell and finally decide to take back everything through the pain, not around it, not over it, not under it. You're saying, I'm going to conform to this. I'm going to feel this. And then I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to move on. And then I'm going to move on. Because this is making me somebody that I don't recognize. This is making me somebody that was falling into everybody else's idea of what I was. Not my own. Not my own. So this is just an era of finally coming out of that hermit mode. Like, you're in it, yes, but you are finally seeing that it's not serving you. Because we all, as collective, need that. We all, as collective, need that hermitry. But then when we finally start falling out of it and we say, like, this was serving me for a certain amount of time and I'm finally ready to fall out of it. Excuse me, confirmation. I'm finally ready to fall out of it because I've learned everything that there is for me in this phase of my life to be a hermit. Maybe in the future, I'll fall back into this hermitry. But for now, I have learned everything that I needed from this era of my life to understand that I am simply not who I was taught I was.